What's up, guys? My name is Dylan, and welcome to Veteran Aquatics. Today we have a really cool addition to the fish room. We have green dragons. Not those kind. Not the ones that breathe fire. What we have are Greg Sage green dragon Plecos. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, you'll have to forgive me for the silly special effects. I just thought it would be cool to do with this video. If you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're real close to 3K, and you guys have been really killing it. That said, I've been having a hard time uploading really regularly because I've just been so busy with the fish, shipping them and getting them, breeding them. I've been doing so much, and I'm really trying to buckle down and make more content, but it's really hard when I have so much stuff to do and a new baby. So forgive me, guys, but we are working on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at these awesome green dragon Plecos. Alright, so there are about 30 long and short fin green dragon Plecos in this tank right now. As you can see, this tank is absolutely crusted with algae. There's green algae, blue-green algae. It's a mess. And Plecos don't really eat blue-green algae. But they're in here nonetheless. They're eating algae wafers. They're doing great. I managed to find two people that had spawned a bunch of these guys. There's your stereotypical Pleco poop. And I went and picked up all I could. You don't see these that often. I've been cruising Greg Sage or Select Aquatics website now for a while, trying to get a hold of these guys. So when they are grown out, when they're big, they look awesome. So much algae in this tank, and I don't understand because the tank right next to it on either side doesn't look like that. It's just this tank. This solo tank here is just struggling with the algae. But these are a bristlenose Pleco. So just like any other bristlenose Plecos, driftwood, algae wafers, a good established tank. They like to mow them when they're small. Gives them something to kind of pick at and eat on. Don't need a ton of light. Caves are always good for them. So I'm going to grow these guys out. I'm growing out as many of them as I can because I want to breed them too. Because while it's great that I can get these fairly readily, the fellows that I got these from said they would gladly sell me every batch every time they were big enough to sell. But I would still like to breed my own. I had green dragon Plecos once, and it did not end super well. They were really weak. They did not do well. They didn't even make it 3 days. So I was able to get a bunch of them. So this time, super established tank, a whole bunch of them. I've gotten much better with Plecos since. So we are going to rock the green dragons. And if you guys are curious, I wouldn't mind selling a few of these in the groups of 2 or 3. So if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't already, I do sell fish, I do ship fish. I've been doing a bunch of raffles. We raffled off some orange flash cockatoides, and I also raffled off some super red pistogramma cockatoides the other day. So one shipment already went out and arrived, and another one will be leaving tomorrow. So if you're interested in these fish, or any of the other ridiculous amount of things that I keep, like these really snazzy Kohaku koi guppies, and not this flower horn, but I do have 3 other ones. Among many other things. I mean, over here we have just longfin brown bristlenose. Look at those guys. These guys are doing great, by the way. Like, those are some awesome fins for such a little Pleco. I am super impressed. We've got a jaguar cichlid in here. There's a red terror. There's a Paratilapia pollini. We have sailfin mollies. Like I said, guppies, angelfish. Sometimes I get discus. Ooh, and speaking of that, wait till next week. Got some nice calico bristlenose right here. And got some. Ooh, the glare is real. Some red dragon guppies. There you can go. You can see how nice the female is. They're growing out right now, so I don't have any of these available yet. There's, oh, he just ran away. But there's a bunch of super red bristlenose in here. So lots of stuff, lots of all kinds of stuff. Sailfin mollies. I do any and everything I can, and I'm always and constantly getting more stuff. But that said, we're gonna redo this entire fish room. So I've been drawing things out, making plans, coming up with ideas, brainstorming, and we're gonna keep this fish room, but we're gonna redo the whole thing. And we should be able to double the amount of tanks that we have, which will give me a ton more space for breeding things, growing things out, selling things. I'm gonna add a door so I don't have to let people in through my house or my garage door anymore. We're gonna insulate this garage door so that way it doesn't hemorrhage heat all winter and get down to 70 degrees. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming, guys. A lot of good content. I'm gonna be making an auto water change system. I'm gonna teach you how to insulate a garage fish room, right? I live in central Pennsylvania and it gets cold. So we gotta insulate this a little bit better. It survived the winter, but I could have done better with it. So we're gonna do better with it this year. The whole point of this hobby is always to learn, to improve what you do, make it better, make the fish happier, healthier, better quality tanks, stuff like that. Speaking of good quality tanks, take a look at this. So this is my Angelfish / Discus tank. You can see some of my little Allen Kirk grow outs down there. There's some more. There's my melon and yellow something, I can't remember. Got some plants. We're getting a lot of plants in. You can see it's already sending off runners, grow right to the top of the tank. And this is a 90-gallon tall, guys. This tank is 3 feet tall. So these plants are taking off. They're loving it. Shout out to my buddy Zach for bringing me all these plants. Zach is also the one that 3D prints these pots for me. So we're working on getting a whole bunch of them so we can... Oh, that didn't sound good. So we can start marketing them. And hopefully they'll be available for you guys to purchase because they're really nice. So the top unscrews. So what he did is he put dirt and a root tab in there, put each individual stem through there, right? You can see that. And then we plant it. That way you don't need a dirted tank to get dirt for your plants. And as you can see, these guys are super green. They're growing straight up, doing great. And I love it. I love all the green in my fish room now. Like you can see plants, 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 right? Now we're not selling plants yet. These are more to create a better environment for my fish, to give them room to breed, for fry to hide, to suck out the nitrates and stuff like that in the water. Overall, just a better environment for our fish. And as fish keepers, that's something that we should always strive to do. So yeah, guys, lots of good stuff coming. Lots of fish, lots of DIY projects. We're gonna be drilling tanks and doing a drain system. All of it, the whole shebang. This is gonna be a professional fish room because I have people here a lot, and you know, buying, selling, trading, breeding. Like it takes up a lot of space, and even though I'm running 50-something tanks, it's still not enough. And that is something that happens to a lot of people in this hobby. You get one tank, ooh, that's a cool fish. You get another tank, ooh, that's a cool fish, and so on and so forth until it becomes kind of a consuming thing. And I'm lucky to be able to work from home, so I have a lot of time that maybe I wouldn't normally have. Like I could work on my lunch breaks and my breaks and stuff, and come in here and work on the fish room or meet people for fish, things like that. I've been sourcing a lot more stuff locally. I do have distributors that I can get things through, but I've been sourcing as much as possible through local breeders and local fish keepers, and it's working out really well for me. Something that happens a lot with, you know, wholesale distributed fish is maybe they're not the greatest quality. Not to knock on my distributor at all, because he does a pretty good job, but these are fish that are farmed in mass quantities for mass production to sell cheaply to the masses. And while there are some things that I can't get locally, and those I'll continue to have to, you know, find other avenues to get, I have been searching high and low for all sorts of things, like those green dragon plecos, to bring into the fish room, to grow out, to breed, to distribute to other hobbyists. So if you're, like I said, if you're interested in anything, I'll leave a link down below to my band. That is where you can see my availability. If you're interested in anything, send me a message. We can work out a deal. I'll do a shipping quote for you and we'll go ahead and get everything out. I've been very lucky so far. I've only had one person that for some reason, and I don't know if it was the carrier or what, but every time I would send him fish, because I replaced them, they would end up DOA, so I just ended up refunding the gentleman. and everybody was happy. And that's the way I want it to be. And if for some reason something goes wrong, whoever you're buying fish from should strive to take care of you. Because, believe it or not, you make more money from repeat business than you do screwing somebody over that one single time. And that's what I want to strive for. I want to strive for happy, healthy, quality fish that are affordable, ideally locally bred. And like I said, I'm trying to source everything locally bred. If I can't get it locally bred, I'm going to try to breed it. If I can't breed it, I'll find a healthy source of it somewhere. And that's what it should be like. Take Aquarium Co-op for a great example. And he's where I spend so much time watching Aquarium Co-op's channel, and Dean was able to speak actually at the Cichlid Club of York meeting a month or so ago about his fry system, and that was really interesting. So I listen a lot to what Corey and Dean do because they're the people that I look up to. What Corey has done with the co-op and Dean's capability of breeding fish and building and raising fry, like, they're both extremely impressive individuals in this hobby and in business. I mean, it's phenomenal. I love that they bring in locally sourced fish, and I want to do something similar. So if you're local to central Pennsylvania and you're breeding something that you think I might be interested in, please join my band, send me a message. We can discuss price, pickup, shipping, whatever it is. And if it's something I'm interested in, we'll definitely come to a deal, and I'll bring it into the Fishroom. Also, if you're joining my band for the first time and you're looking for something that you don't see, let me know, because I am very good at sourcing fish, and I can get a hold of just about anything within reason. Don't ask me for Asian arowana, they're illegal, I can't get them. But yeah, guys, so that's it. I just wanted to show you those awesome plecos, talk a little bit about what I've been doing, why it's been a little more quiet on the channel lately, and some of the stuff that's coming up in the future, because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be big. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of fish in here. I'm going to have to set up like temporary racks and move the fish around so I can get the new racks in here, redo the air system that I have, you know, like I said, insulate the garage, put in a door, like all sorts of stuff. All right, so if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, bunch of really cool content coming up. That's it for today, guys. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found these special effects funny and silly like I did. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next time.